Okay, guys, I'm gonna shoot you extremely straight in this video, and it's gonna be a normal fucking video, no edits. I'm just gonna give you straight game in this video of how I'm selling, making 2.5 grand a day selling life insurance, and more importantly, how you can do numbers like these if you follow this process step by step. And as you can see, we got some great fucking numbers here, and these are all very regular guys, either college kids or like young hustlers, right? Or even people that left the 9 to 5. And if you want this full training, then just click the link in the description. It's going to take you through some more stuff. But I'm going to give you already very good sauce in this video, okay? So look, this guys is a Wolf of Wall Street like business or hustle, okay? I'm just going to say something off the bat. If you're looking for passive income, if you're looking for some shit where it's like, okay, I want to just be introverted and look at spreadsheets and numbers all day, this is not fucking it, okay? This is for people that are ready to hustle, but also see the results that are going to come with that, okay? So once again, I know everything, guys. I made millions online in different businesses like info. If you want to like see who I am or my credentials, you can go to here. You can see I was on the Dutch version of Netflix, shit like that. Written up in a bunch of stuff, sometimes negative, sometimes positive, okay? You know how it goes. But anyways, not as negative as this guy. So anyways, point being, guys, I'm going to show you the steps in this video to actually do this. But first, let's go through some math, okay? And when I'm saying this is a Wolf of Wall Street like opportunity, I'm saying this is a opportunity for people that like communication, like confidence, like being a charismatic individual, and learning all of that whilst making boatloads of fucking cash from their laptop anywhere in the world, okay? Now, we're talking about sales, but probably not something that you've already seen because we're talking about life insurance sales, which is extremely boring, okay? There's nothing special about it. There's nothing unique about it, but it fucking works. You see all these people talk about high ticket closing, this and that, and yeah, you can make a Q 20 grand a month, right? And obviously that's the numbers that we're talking about here because that's what you're going to start out with making in your personal production. But we're also going to be talking how you can literally build your own Wolf of Wall Street. Like, literally build your own team, sell your business down the line because that's where this is going to go, right? I'm just mentioning these numbers like as a starting point to then start getting into the bigger things that I'm going to tell you in this video. So with all that being said, let's go into some actual numbers, right? So the system that you're going to go through is literally a system like this, okay, where you just click this button and then you're going to be active, and then it's going to dial through a list of leads that are going to pick up, right? And not everybody's going to be extremely interested, right? This is sales, guys. If that's what you're looking for, you can get into that if you get into higher quality leads, but it's best to go through this so you have this real training ground. But anyways, it's extremely simple, right? It's not easy, but it's extremely simple. People pick up every 10 seconds, right? Automated, you just click one button and then you don't have to do all this bullshit dialing. And then from there on, you go through this script word for word, okay? I'm just going to keep it like this because otherwise it's going to actually start dialing people. And then you have your objection handles right here. So listen, with that system, what you want to be doing is doing 500 dials a day. Now that sounds like a lot, but this system actually allows you to go and rip through a list of leads, then call 7 people at the same time. Someone picks up, you hang up again, it dials through and it hangs up all the other lines, right? So that allows you to just actually rip through that in a couple hours. Now, from that, you're going to have 50 conversations on average, right? And then you get one close, okay? And if you go and have one close a day, you're going to do very fucking well for yourself. The average close, because the average close is about $800 in commission for you, okay? So actually, for your perspective, you actually sell something that's like 80, 60, or 80 bucks a month or whatever, and that's what you sell. But your commission is actually that times 12 because you get a year up fronted, okay? So that is your commission going to be. So where most sales industries, you sell something for example, 8 grand and you get a 10% commission and now you have 800 bucks. Do you see how that's much more difficult than selling something for 80 bucks and you get a year up fronted and now you have the same kind of commission, right? So that basically is the world of sales on its head, but that makes this much more doable, okay? So with that being said, like let's say that you do that at 800, right, every single day and you're a fucking pussy, so you only work 5 days a week and then you work 4 weeks in a month, right? So then you're gonna have 16 grand a month. Now, transparently, some of the deals will fall off, right? So let's say it's gonna be like 13K a month rather. But anyway, that is what you're gonna be able to do with some average numbers like ramping up. That's your personal production, right? But here's where it gets interesting, guys. Once you do that, right, your fucking social media, okay, your Instagram is going to start looking like this, right? You're going to start traveling, you're going to start having fun, you're going to start flying in business class to places, or even you're just going to quit your job and have freedom, okay? And so, anyways, that basically is what life is going to be like. And then from there on, you know, you're literally going to see all these friends of yours that are going to be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you were just working at McDonald's, or you were just hanging out with us in the hood, or like whatever it is that you were up to before that. And by the way, this place was fucking lit. One of the best Airbnbs in Rio, but that's besides the point. Okay. So anyway, highly recommended, guys. So basically, that's what's going to happen, right? And the thing is, like, these people are going to reach out to you like, hey, how are you doing this, right? And you can actually start building your own Wolf of Wall Street. You can start building your own agency, right? And any knucklehead can actually do this because it's literally clicking a button, reading a script word for word. Now, is there sales skill involved? For sure. You need to be confident, right? You can go through the script and be like, hey, it's Boyd Hook. Look, I just had a second to get back to you. The local underwriter in the area. You can go like that. Now, that's obviously over the top, guys. Or you can say like, Nick, it's just Boyd Hook. Just had a second to get back to you. Listen, I'm a local underwriter in the Texas area. Just came across this file here on my desk. Looks like you requested some information on the state life insurance program. Looks like I've got your address here as, you know. So obviously that's a world of difference in terms of how you communicate. Now I'm not going to go too deep into sales here. If you want to know more about that, go ahead and check out this video. But with that being said, and the link will be in the description. With that being said, guys, that's kind of how this works, okay? And then with that being said, like, guys, as they say in the Wolf of Wall Street, you give a knucklehead a script, you teach them how to fucking speak with tonality, because it's just over the phone, they're gonna crush. Now, you need a little bit of ramp on period, but you're gonna fucking be able to do this if you got the work ethic, okay? If you got the work ethic to, like, do 500 dials a day and just fucking actually grind. But I'm telling you, once you do that, you're gonna love it. You're gonna have to get yourself to stop because you're just literally in such a momentum. You're gonna love it, and most people don't realize that beforehand. Anyways, with that being said, guys, once that happens and your fucking Instagram is looking like this, and you're having fun, and you're traveling, and or just you're making money, whatever, right? Then you're gonna literally be able to get these people, okay, and train them to do exactly what you just did. Right? And then from there on average, you're going to make 1K a month per agent on average. Some will be less. And even if you get someone that does extremely well and also builds their own team, right? Then you're going to literally be able to make fucking 25 grand, whatever, from one fucking person. Okay, so one good hire can literally be passive income for the rest of your life after you train them up and everything and they build their own team. Now, look, let's say that you have 10 agents. That's 10 grand a month, okay, plus 16. It's 26 gross, but then obviously you get a drop off. So let's say like 22, or even call it very conservative, 20 grand a month. Okay? Now that's going to be super fucking solid remote, but that's just the starting point. Okay? After that, you're going to grow even more, and your agents are going to build their own agency, and you also get a percentage of that. Now, look, when I get into that, people always start like, oh, but that's a pyramid, and that's a scam, and that's an MLM. No fucking shit, you dumb fucking idiot. Of course it's a pyramid. But you know what else is a pyramid? Every single other company in the world, because you have the CEO, the managers, etc., and they get a percentage of what their team earns and this and that, right? It's very normal. But here's where it becomes a problem. There's two problems with a pyramid if you run it. It depends on how you run it, which makes it ethical and good or not, okay? Number one is like, is the main thing, okay? Like many of these companies or many of these bullshit supplement companies, they just have you sell these supplements, but it's really only about recruiting. And the only way to make any real money is recruiting, okay? And so there is no actual real thing. So that's the thing. And here, as you can see, like, bro, we literally have people, these numbers are only from their personal production, not counting any team numbers, okay? So obviously you can make very serious cash with just the selling, and that's the main thing. So that's very important to realize. And the second thing is like opportunity. The people that start out here, they need to have the same growth opportunity without just recruiting, right, as the people that are here. And within our company and within, you know, how kind of like we place people with the training that we have and stuff like that, like once you reach certain milestones of performance, you go up regardless, okay? So that is the most important thing to realize about the whole pyramid shit. Now, I'm just going to show you guys what an actual call like this looks, because you got to understand that all these other sales positions, you have like 45 1 hour minute calls. You have to break all these beliefs. You have to reframe. You have to do all this complex shit. And guys, I know all about this. Okay, I've sold 50K, 100K packages. I've done coaching for many years. You can look me up, and you can check out my other social media, my other videos on here, and whatever. But with that being said, let's actually see a $2,500 close and just play this and see what this looks like, okay? Because it's extremely simple. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, just had a second to get back to you. Sorry for the delay here. Just saw this come across my desk here. Looks like a while back you may have requested some information on the state life insurance program. Looks like I got your address here. It's 12.
The reason I inquired is because I'm married with kids. And I just...
A lot of interest. I always like to understand my clients. Was there any specific happening or event that kind of got you to think like, hey, I need to handle this now? Or was it just a general, it's happened that, you know, I had someone on the phone and they would call back and you find out, okay, here, man, I just wanted to make sure and confirm that, you know. But with that being said, it is definitely, I can guarantee one thing, if that works and that you're comfortable with, we can go through this little process.
Yeah, I'm comfortable at the moment, yes.
So, as you can see, it's extremely simple. And in terms of sales skills, guys, it's really just about being a leader, being authoritative. And one of the biggest things here, guys, is just assuming, being presumptive and assuming the close. Assume that they already want it. Assume. Because your expectation and then how that translates into your sub-communication is the biggest thing that's going to make them feel or think like what they need to do, okay? So as you see, when I'm saying, hey, and then we could go through this little process here, right? I'm not saying, and then we can go through this little process here, or sorry, I can't even do it, guys. And then we could go through the little process here, right? That's asking. That's like, I'm not sure. That's like bullshit, right? Whenever they give me an objection, I just handle it, and then I go into the next piece. I just keep it running. I keep it going, assuming that they want this, assuming they didn't need this. Because let's be honest, guys, if you fucking are above 55 years old, which is the people that you're going to primarily be speaking with, this guy was actually 57, then, you know, you fucking need life insurance. Like, it's something you need. It's not something you want, okay? Or maybe something you want as well, but it's something you definitely fucking need, or you're pretty much a selfish piece of shit. And so you got to understand that you have to have those belief systems, and this is like how we really train people to like perform so highly, because, you know, we actually teach the psychology of it, which makes the words and the tonality go automatic. But the belief system is like life insurance is needed, right? People need it. People want this, okay? All those kinds of belief systems. And then we build those belief systems through references, which is like example calls, which is like training, which is like even looking up reasons why, okay? Why is it so important? Those kinds of things, and that all supports this belief system. And then you're gonna find yourself being extremely authoritative on the call and just being like, hey, Nick, listen, I you know, as I gave the examples before, or as you saw it right here, and then it's extremely simple, doable process. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, this is really, honestly, if you ask me, I've been in so many different business models. If you are someone who likes communication and who sees the value of developing their charisma, developing their communication and stuff like that, whilst making boatloads of cash and then helping other people do it, right? And you can also build a whole social media around this, right? Once you are doing it, but the contingency here is like, right, guys, only focus on that once you're actually at least cracked 10K a month, right? And then from there on, I'll tell you the last benefits, and then we'll wrap this video up, but this is really important to take away still, is that number one, you have the high ticket upfront commissions, okay? Number two, you have residuals that I didn't even tell you about yet, which is like 3% per year, okay, that you're going to get fully passive, because this is life insurance. So obviously this stay on for life. Then number three is you're going to be able to build a team for semi-passive income. And number four, you guys, is that down the line, if you take this serious, like years down the line, you can actually sell your book of business, which basically is a name that reference to the list of contracts that you've sold, because there's residuals on it, okay, and you have a team that's consistently producing. You can sell that agency or the book of business literally for a multiple, okay, for like 2 to 4x multiple, okay? And this is also what we're going to do. And in the program that we have, we're going to allow people to roll up with us, okay? If you don't know what that means, look it up. It's a private equity term that means that, like, hey, if you roll up and sell at the same time with multiple different agencies to private equity, the valuation increases, okay? So this is not only if you're good at communication and you like that, or at least you want to be good at it, your best path to 10 to 50 grand a month in cash flow, but it's also potentially into your fucking retirement funds here, guys. I hope you see what I'm saying. Now listen, if you want to go even more in depth, then once again, you can check out this video. It's going to be linked in the description, and it's going to give you even more free game. I hope this helped. And honestly, I can just tell you guys that I just wish that I found this sooner, because I did really fucking well for myself. I was an 18-year-old high school dropout, made millions, traveled the world, lived in Dubai. Now I just moved to America. Okay, all these different things, and even I wish I found about this sooner, because even this is even better than what I used to do, mostly primarily selling like courses and stuff like that, to make my money. My first company was a marketing agency, but anyway, even beats that. Okay, and that is a really good business model, and the reason for that is that can get you cash flow, but no exit value, no residuals, no passive income through team, and this does do that, and it's extremely consistent because it's decentralized. It's not only dependent on you. Once you build a team, you have the big ambitions to do so. So with that being said, guys, literally, I just want to bring this out because it's the best fucking thing ever. If, once again, you're a motivated individual who's willing to work hard, who's not just looking for passive income off the bat, and you're someone who likes communication, or at least wants to be good at it. With that being said, hope you enjoyed it, and hope that helped. I'll see you in the fucking next one.